talk much about breaking news anymore. We primarily just focus on logistics and supply chain. But we have some breaking news coming out of Washington State, or I'm sorry, out of New York State right now. It appears there was a terrorist attack when a vehicle that apparently had a lot of explosives on it attempted to cross the United States-Canada border from Canada into the United States. According to the news, this vehicle was then pulled for a secondary selection coming into the United States. It was pulled into a secondary inspection area, at which time it accelerated and smashed into a barrier and then exploded. So it appears that yet again, there's a terrorist attack on United States soil. Now, what I think is kind of someone that's covered this stuff for a the media doesn't, the media doesn't say that there's a terrorist attack right away. So the fact that the media is saying it really early, I mean, this just happened 3 hours ago. Hold on. This just happened 3 hours ago. Let me make sure he's driving. Sorry, I'm still working, but I figured to do this. So let me just double check. He's all right. Sorry, guys. Anyone on TikTok, go watch somewhere else because I got to use this phone. Hold on. Let me cancel that. Sorry, this is a live news. Anyway, but I am still working, so I got to figure out. Something real quick. So let me call my driver, and then we'll get back to it. So just bear with me. Someone said it's kind of choppy sounding. I really don't know, man. I need a better computer if I'm doing all this stuff. But I got to mute my mic just for a second, okay? I'll be right back. Sorry, that was one of my drivers, and obviously that takes priority if one of the drivers calls. But so like I was saying before, apparently at the United States border with Canada, at a place called the Rainbow Bridge, which is near Niagara Falls, a vehicle around 12 o'clock was coming through the border. From what I'm able to gather so far, it seems that they were coming into the United States. And they were pulled in for a secondary inspection of their vehicle. When they did get brought into the secondary inspection, they attempted to accelerate. They hit a wall, and then the vehicle exploded. Now, and just like I was saying before I got the phone call, what's interesting to me is that they're actually on the news. They are saying that this is a terrorist attack and that, there were explosives. Typically, I mean, let's look at other attacks that have happened in the United States. You typically do not have that kind of information coming out within 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? Within 3 hours, you don't have that kind of information that they have explosives. Now there's reports that one of the men, so apparently they found passports or something. They're saying that one of the men that was killed in the explosion had another car, and now they're trying to find out where that car is because that car is missing. So it's very sketchy. Someone said Fox said they were leaving the United States. See, and I didn't hear that because I was watching Fox News prior to this, and it didn't say that they were leaving the United States. So I'm not sure. I posted it on X or Twitter or whatever you want to see, trying to find out what happened and where it was going. But we're not able to actually find it. Nobody really knows. Someone said it was heading towards a secondary customs inspection. They tried to run but collided with an abutment and then blew up. Someone said U.S. into Canada, allegedly, someone said. So I don't know, man. Hopefully it wasn't coming into the United States, but that's even more concerning too, is that they had explosive devices. But see, why would you do a secondary inspection with the United States Border Patrol going into Canada? You wouldn't do that. Wouldn't you have a secondary inspection if you're coming into the country? Because if a secondary inspection leaving the country would lead you to believe that it blew up on the Canada side, which it didn't. It blew up on the United States side. So I don't know. I mean, I've never gone through the border and got pulled into a secondary inspection, so I don't know how that works. But that's a question for anyone in the chat that does know. If you got pulled into a secondary inspection, wouldn't that happen if you're coming into our country? Or maybe Canada has the same thing. But as you can see, a lot of people are confused too, because we know that there are explosives. We know that because it's been widely reported so far. And yeah, someone said they do secondary inspections on both sides. Yeah, but would you have a secondary inspection leaving the country? That's my question. Would you have a secondary? Because here's the thing, as someone that covers the transportation space, every time we've covered any sort of drug smuggling into the United States, the secondary inspection is always in the United States for vehicles coming into the country. It's not for outside of the country, that's why I'm kind of curious. If it was in going towards a secondary inspection inside the United States, you would think that the vehicle was coming into the United States. And if that is the case, if that is truly the case, and now they're searching for a second vehicle that may or may not have been operable, may have not, and that's the thing, the media is not really saying too much about it. On social media, obviously, nobody knows what the heck is going on. So yeah, someone said there are sensors all along the approach and actual bridge. Yes. Someone said you wouldn't have a secondary inspection leaving your own country. That's what I think too. I mean, you never hear of drug smuggling attempts of people trying to smuggle drugs out of the United States. It's always people trying to smuggle in, human trafficking in. It's not out. We're not finding out about vehicles, tractor trailers full of illegal migrants being discovered in Mexico that left the United States, or drugs or anything like that. We hear about the Canadian, them loading up millions of pounds of pot, and not figuratively millions of dollars worth of marijuana and cocaine and fentanyl, and bringing that in through Canada. But I don't know. Now people are arguing in the chat. Someone said they were attempting to drive towards the border officer building. Got you. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of unconfirmed information right now, but what we do know is that it was a Mercedes-Benz, and around 12 o'clock, this vehicle pulled in, and they were selected for whatever reason. They were selected for a secondary inspection by Border Patrol officers. As they were driving to the secondary inspection, apparently the vehicle rapidly accelerated. When it rapidly accelerated, it hit like a concrete barrier, like the abutments are what they're saying. Imagine the concrete little barriers. It hit that, and then the car exploded. Now, what the news was trying to say earlier is that they didn't know whether or not the explosion was caused by the accident or it was caused by explosives. Then, I mean, just as quickly as the guy said it when I turned on the news, they changed their course and said explosives were found, that this is they're investigating it as a terrorist incident. The Buffalo FBI office had said the Buffalo field office is investigating a vehicle explosion at the Rainbow Bridge, a border crossing between the U.S. and Canada in Niagara Falls. The FBI is coordinating with our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners in this investigation, as the situation is very fluid. That's all we could say at this time. Now, the White House apparently has said, that they briefed Biden. Of course, Biden is not there. Biden is on vacation again, just like he is every single weekend across the United States. And again, I'm trying to keep the politics out of it. It wouldn't happen if Trump was still president. Let's just say that. But I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that, because my bosses watch the show. So I said I wouldn't talk about politics. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty crazy, because I don't even know when the last terrorist attack. See, I qualify things differently as terrorist attacks in the United States. Like the Capitol riot that happened with all the people rioting, that wasn't a terrorist attack. However, the attack that happened 3 months after that at the United States Capitol, where the black like Islamist or whatever he is, the black Hebrew Israelite, or no, wasn't it? Like, yeah, it was the Islam group, the Black Hebrew Israelites or something like that. Anyway, that's when the guy rammed the two Capitol Police officers, stabbing and killing one of them before he was shot and killed by the other one. That is a terrorist, act. I also think mass shootings are terrorist activities, even if they're perpetrated by someone that's here. And because, I mean, if you're going to go and shoot up people, you're a terrorist, in my opinion. So I have a really loose classification on what a terrorist activity is in the United States, where a lot of people probably disagree with my summarization on that, but I don't care. Someone said, be careful, Jake fans will comment. I don't know what that means. Someone said, hence the weirdness. Yeah, they are looking for a second car is what someone said. I thought that was odd too, because they are in fact looking for a second vehicle. Now, or at least I've heard that both. I've seen that on social media, and I've also seen that on the actual news themselves as well, saying they are looking for a second vehicle. So I don't know what is going to happen with that. But I was thinking about, I was like, I had to cover it, as much as I don't want to cover it, but I have to. Breitbart website has a great article for information on the attack. Also, 2 people were in the car. Yeah, I already said that. But let's look up Breitbart. Not that they're a credible news organization, but whatever. We'll go over there. I don't like them either. Thanksgiving terror. Yeah, it's clickbait. In the United States and Canada has been closed after a vehicle exploded at a checkpoint on a bridge in Niagara Falls, authorities have said. The blast happened at the U.S. side of the Rainbow Bridge, which connects 2 countries across the Niagara River. 3 other bridges between Western New York and Ontario were quickly closed as a precaution. Video and photos taken by bystanders and posted on social media showed thick smoke, flames on the pavement, and a security booth that had been singed by flames. Video also shows that the fire was in a U.S. Customs and Border Protection area just east of the main vehicle checkpoint. So that if it's just east of the main vehicle checkpoint, east would lead you to believe that would be a secondary inspection coming in. You wouldn't have a secondary inspection. Figured it out. You wouldn't have a secondary inspection prior to the actual inspection. Because if the secondary inspection is east of the inspection, remember, you're coming from Niagara, or you're coming from Canada into the United States that way. I don't know if this is mirrored, so that probably doesn't make any sense. But look at it on a map, because you would be coming in this way because of where it curves down in New York. So FBI's field office issued the statement, which we already read. Mike Grunther said he saw a vehicle speeding towards the crossing side of the U.S. side of the border when it swerved to avoid another car, crashed into a fence, and then exploded. He said all of a sudden he went up in the air, and then it was like a ball of fire 30 or 40 feet high. He never saw anything like it. Now, New York Governor Kathy Hochul said she had been briefed on the incident, was closely monitoring the situation. The Niagara Falls Bridge Commission reported that all 4 of its crossings, the others are Lewiston, Whirlpool, and the Peace Bridge, are all closed. Now, I've also heard, too, that they're missing people and that they're looking for this missing vehicle. There was rumors that they found a briefcase lying around as well, and they had the bomb squad out interacting with with that briefcase, and I don't know if anything's come up, come from that. But yeah, this is crazy. I mean, if I had turned to talking about some, current events, like covering a terrorist attack into the United States is to cover. Someone said Antifa. No, just terrorist. I mean, it doesn't matter who you want to say it is. And it's pretty. I mean, it was a terrorist attack. There's no. Here's the thing, and I wish I could show you Twitter, but I have all sorts of weird crap on my Twitter, like half naked and just dumb stuff, and I don't know how to short of blocking everybody so it doesn't show. I don't know. Jenny said I wouldn't go to I don't know. My kids were talking about that too. And I was like, nah. I mean, wasn't CBS News? Holy shit, they were. Holy shit. CBS News, weren't they saying that New York, that they had credible information that a terrorist attack was going to happen in New York? Wasn't CBS News just saying that yesterday? News, New York terror attack. Yeah, CBS News. Said CBS News learned Monday of increased threats or a possible terror attack in New York City as a direct result of escalating violence in the Middle East. Governor Kathy Hochul is already taking action to beef up security and increase staffing of the new Joint Terrorism Task Force following a new threat assessment by the New York State Intelligence Center that violence in Gaza is driving chatter about targets in New York. Holy shit! That's crazy. Hochul said she is working hard at the state level with the control she has. She'll be talking about this tomorrow, which was yesterday, about what we're doing and how many online threats we've uncovered, how many have been investigated, what the outcome is. The governor spoke about the new steps she'll be taking to deal with the online threats and radicalization, even as CBS obtained a new threat assessment, which points to an increased terror threat to New York State. Intelligence Center warned that the spread of anti-Semitic and anti-Palestine rhetoric, you can't have both. It's one or the other, isn't it? I don't know. On social media is fueling an increased hate crimes targeting Jews, Muslims, and Arabs. The report said the expansion of Israeli operations against Hamas in the Gaza Strip and increased civilian casualties raises the likelihood that violent extremists and threat actors would seek to conduct attacks against targets in the West, with New York State being the focus. Terrorist messaging has been placed on attacking soft targets such as protests, group gatherings, and other public events. Oh, wow. That's pretty crazy, too. That's crazy when you think about it. They just put out a press release, or CBS was reporting yesterday about a threat assessment saying there's going to be an attack in New York State. And then a day later, there is an actual attack in New York State? Woo-wee. You can't make that stuff up. Not that you would want to. I don't. But damn, bro. This is crazy. Crazy. Anyway, guys, if you have missed my stuff, look in your chat right now. Look in your chat. If you like our old school coffee, the Awake Not Woke, all that good stuff, I'm doing a special Christmas order. It's going to have a Christmas card with my wife and kids and family and all that in it. Signed for, personalized by you. 2 bags of coffee. You get to choose which ones you want. Plus, it's going to have a special invitation. I'm going to do a show on December 30th. Where it's going to be, if you have the special link there, you'll be able to watch the show live, and we're going to talk about the year's biggest news stories in politics, and we're going to dive into it. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, "Holy crap! Well, I wish that Steve was still talking about politics, so you could do it, so I could just rip in stuff." But I'm going to talk about everything. I'll tell you where I think we are politically, and what little we could do to actually fix it. But if you want to support that, you can get that coffee run now. We're shipping them on December 8th. That's when they're all shipping out. So if you want to order that, and it's cheap too. It's $50. It includes shipping. It's just, you get 2 big 1-pound bags of coffee, either Awake Not Woke, Blueberry, Flying High, or Pardon My French Roast, all the classics, plus a signed Christmas card and all that stuff. But you got to make sure you get it, because we are only doing 20 pounds of each. So we're doing 20 pounds ground, 20 pounds whole bean. So I'm not doing anything else. We're not going to have extras. If it says it's unavailable, and that's it. Someone said MSNBC is saying this happened on the U.S. side. You see the vehicle go airborne. They have plenty of videos, say, of the car and VIN information. Yeah, and that's what I heard too. And if it happened on the U.S. side, you wouldn't have a secondary inspection on the U.S. side if they're leaving the country. So that has to lead you to the understanding that these people were trying to enter the United States. And if they were trying to enter the United States and they had all these explosive devices, then holy crap, we're screwed. We're screwed, as they. Let me see how many people are going and supporting my my coffee venture, because I already ordered the coffee and I'm going to lose my ass so far because I've sold really bad. Maybe I'll just give coffee to all people at work. I don't know. Let me check and see. Hopefully lots of you guys are on link. Yeah, we got some people. Did I add Wake Up America? I did not add Wake Up America. I already ordered the coffee. So I'm not going to order any more, unfortunately, Teresa. But try the Awake Not Woke. It's better than Wake Up America. The Awake Not Woke is my favorite coffee. I'll be honest. That's why I ordered more. Because I ran out and I've had a lot. He's sleeping in Delaware. Someone said, yeah. So mine is again at his weekend house in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Apparently, according to the news, he has been briefed on the situation. which is interesting because Canadian President Trudeau went up publicly and he was singing about it as well, and basically, said he addressed them because I guess he was already there. Shout out to whoever just made a purchase. Shout out to you. You're my favorite right now. You're my favorite. You ordered two of the boxes too. Nice. But yeah, and I thought as soon as Trudeau did it, I'm like, okay, this makes sense that they are that they would speak before President Biden, right? Because President Biden is probably asleep or something. And then it said Jackie Heinrich with Fox News was somewhere, and she said that they believe, or that the word in the White House was that they were going to be briefing the president soon. And then like literally 10 minutes later, it said he had been briefed. So, or that he had briefed. So someone, does it matter where Biden is? Like seriously? Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to talk too much politics here. I'm not, if you want to see unleash political rant, okay, buy one of these coffee bundles. They're $50. How many pounds orders? 4 pounds. So, because each bag, these are different than they normally do, are 12-ounce bags. These are all 1 pound bags. It's just easier. So, and we only have 20 pounds. So, like if you want to stockpile coffee, buy a bunch of these, and leave a note or send an email, and I'll personalize the cards, and you can give them away to other people. But I'm just in an effort to raise money myself, because things are tight for everybody. And then, secondly, because I need to buy coffee. So I was out of. I'm drinking the Flying High right now. Holy crap! You can tell I'm like wired. Someone said no evidence of a car bomb was found there, stating at this time per seat. That's bullshit, because even Fox News already said that they found explosives. You don't have explosives. Like, you don't cross into a different country's border with explosives in your car and have it be intentional. You just don't. And that's MSNBC anyway. Aren't they a racist news network? I believe so. I believe Fox News too. They're all stupid. I hate them. Tune in December 30th. Anyway, so let me recap on what is going on there, just in case you didn't know. There's been a terrorist attack on the United States border. Currently, right now, smoke is done. It's not smoldering anymore. It was. Apparently, a vehicle was pulled in right around 12 o'clock, and this is Niagara Falls. A vehicle, and I'm going to just say coming into the United States, because there's no conclusive evidence that it wasn't one way or the other. A vehicle coming into the United States, apparently, Ricky said all news reports I've said that explosives were found. That's not true at all. Every single has said explosives were found, or that they've discovered them in the vehicles, or not discovered, but you know what I'm saying. Hold on. Canadian law enforcement is handling a new incident unfolding at the Peace Bridge on the Canadian side. Expect massive law enforcement presence on both sides of the bridge. Widespread road closures. Holy shit. Where did that come from? Inked Mike 716. Inked Mike on Twitter. Where did that even come from? The Canadian law enforcement is handling. Hold on. Let me see if this is actually true. Someone said, they're already trying to say, yeah. Canadian law enforcement. I don't know what it is. Why this computer runs so slow? Yes, it's 2 pounds for every order. You can order a whole bean, or you can order in the chat. And maybe, tell you what, if I sell out of coffee right now, I'll start doing politics on the backup channels. I won't do them on any other channel, just the backup channels. Just the backup channels. I don't know what that was. Oh, the Shopify sales. That's what it is. Sweet. I'm trying to read some of these notes. What is this? Oh, I don't have my headphones in. I can't listen. Canadian Highway Patrol said U.S. border closures, Niagara, Fort Erie. See, that's crazy. The Canadian news organization goes that right out. Law enforcement officials have reportedly told that no explosives were found in the vehicle that crashed at the Rainbow Bridge on the U.S.-Canada border. Officials are not calling this terrorism, according to NBC News. That is horseshit. Vehicles don't explode like that. They just simply do not. Oh my gosh, is this a cover-up now? Is that? Oh, can you imagine? If they say it's terror related, now they're like, you know what? It's not terror. Sorry, guys. It was just an explosion, you know? Yeah. See, I don't know where this tweet's coming from, but it's the same tweet that people are posting. Canadian law enforcement is handling a new incident unfolding at the Peace Bridge on the Canadian side. I don't know if there's any truth to that whatsoever. Someone said the legacy news going in circle. Yeah. And it's sad too. Yeah, a lot of people are just retweeting the same message, but I don't know where it's from about the Canadian side. And the news isn't reporting it. See, Fox News saying a source has said that 2 are dead after attempted terror attack at the New York-Canada border. So while NBC News is trying to say it's not, okay, they hung up. So I don't know who that was, but they hung up. I was going to have to put you all on hold again. See what this post is. Someone messaged me a post. Let me see. In election fraud. I'll be honest. I'm not talking about any. Even. But yeah, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff anymore. To be honest with you. Brian said just ordered a first shipment. I keep dropping the fucking internet. Shout out to Brian there. Shout out to Brian. And yeah, wait till you have this coffee, dude. You'll be hooked. It's the best coffee you've ever had in your life. It truly is. Let me see what else. I'm trying to find if there's any other updated information. Buffalo Niagara Airport. The Buffalo Niagara International Airport is closed to all departing and arriving international flights per the FAA. So here's the thing, because the media is trying to portray this as some sort of sad accident. The shit out of you. But wait, let me put this over here. Hold on. Oh God, I got to resize the page. I wasn't prepared for this. I had the wrong monitor select. Look like does this explosion here? Watch it. Tell me, does that look like a little explosion that doesn't have any explosives? Does it? I mean, let's be real. Watch it again. You know, boom. Yeah, that's not a car just hit a little concrete barrier. Okay, that's a car exploding because it's packed full of explosives. That's the truth. No matter what they try to say, if they're trying to say that it's something otherwise, you'll be gone. I just blocked someone on Facebook for being a shit. They said 2 people in the car were known to police. Yes, that's true. If you keep dropping the internet, then try to stop picking it up. It's I don't know what it is, man. I got a feeling this computer just can't handle my work. I restart this computer like 4 times, and I should probably just not be doing the video on my work computer, but it's easier than having to set up everything all over the place. That only works in Die Hard. Someone said about something. I don't know. But if I've ever had, go to just put it there. She'll put it in all the groups. I'll put it here if it works. Doing specials. And you get 2 pounds of coffee. You choose which kind. You choose whether you want it ground or whole bean. And just fair warning. Keeps dropping the internet. Fair warning. It's the best damn coffee you've ever had. You're going to be evicted. I will apologize for that. But at any rate, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I don't know. I mean, outside of the other news, now they're saying motive unclear in attack at New York-Canada border. That's according to Fox News. We've heard that NBC News is saying that it's not terror related and that there were no explosives in the vehicle and it was just peace and love and hippies and, we have to respect them. Don't dead name all the stuff that, NBC News tries to portray as fact. CBS News reported yesterday that they had advance warnings that there was going to be a terrorist attack in New York State, and now there was. So it is very frightening stuff. It is very frightening stuff, and I don't know what to make of it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to make of it. Bobby shared something on Twitter. Let's see what it said. Just saw this floating online of a car bomb U.S.-Canada border, but that seemed to be a fairly large. Yes, I agree with you. But anyway, there's your little bit of live breaking news. I haven't done this in a long time, and hopefully it helped you guys. If you like this, like literally, if you like this video and you want to see more of it, if I sell out of coffee, which I won't because that's a lot of coffee, but if I sell out of coffee, I'll start shows again with light politics. It won't be on the main channels. It'll be on the backup hidden channels, maybe with a voiceover thing. I don't know. Just got to ask them. Go and buy this special coffee bundle. I really appreciate it. If you can, on this Friday or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy Christmas and everything coming up. I'll see you guys soon. Make sure if you guys want to see a special year political rant that will last 2 or 3 hours, I may drink whiskey. So buy one of these coffee bundles. It's going to have a link for you to watch. I'm not putting it out on social media because I'm not supposed to talk about politics. Hold on. I lost it again. I don't know whopping. It's really annoying. Hold on. I may just screw up my whole show. I don't know what's going on and why it's not working. Because right now it says that I'm not live. Amen tell. Anyway, what I was saying before it said I dropped, if you go today and buy one of these coffee bundles on Pure Truth Coffee, look up special order throwback coffee, or you can use this link that's in your chat right there. It's $50. You get 2 pounds of coffee. You could choose ground or whole bean for any of the old school flavors that we used to carry all the time. I only ordered 20 pounds of each flavor. Actually, I ordered 40 pounds of each flavor because 20 pounds are whole bean, 20 pounds are ground. But each one is going to have a personalized Christmas card from myself and my family for you. In addition to that, it's going to have a special hidden live stream that I'm going to hold on December 30th at 8 p.m., where I'm going to let loose and talk about the year's biggest political headlines for 2 or 3 hours. So if you're going to you don't want to miss that because it's not going to be anywhere else but there. So go buy this thing. You're supporting me when you do so. You're supporting everyone else that's has a part in this coffee business as well. And I will see all of you guys the next time I do. All right.